coming to you live from the Elite Body Shop Solutions Facebook page and also on YouTube. So if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can also watch it there as often as you like. So good Monday morning, everybody. This is Motivation Monday, where Mondays are considered an awesome day. So today, my message for you is all about fear, about how to deal with fear, right? And some people call fear the false evidence appearing real, right? So a lot of us spend time being fearful of things and events that could potentially happen in the future, and they're just not real. So a lot of times we are not taking action or doing the things that we want to in life because we're scared of some false evidence appearing real, right? So have you ever considered the impact to your life that fear has on you? Have you ever even thought about it? Because a lot of us go through life pretty much unconscious about how fear is affecting their life. I didn't realize it either. Now, some of you that know my story know that, early on in my life and my career, like a lot of people, I went through some really, really tough times, some devastating times that created some fear in my life about failure. And so for many, many years, I didn't share my gifts with the world to the extent that I could have because I was so worried about, I was worried about failing, the fear of failing and looking stupid again. And, this is just something that you've got to get away from. So for many years, until I had my WTF moment, that's winning through failure, right? So WTF is winning through failure. And once I realized that failure is part of the success process, I was willing to go out more often and really just try new things, right? Share my gifts with the world, because if I failed, so what? Because every failure is just another step closer to the success that I want. So I got to share this personal story with you. It's several years ago. I think it was around 2014 when I first created Elite Body Shop Solutions, and I received a fortune cookie, after dinner one day, and the fortune cookie said, "There's no one standing in your way anymore. Time to moving forward." Right? So as ridiculous as that sounded, it was really a wake-up call to me that the only person or things that were keeping me from getting the things I really wanted in life was myself. It was my own fear of failure, my own fears of other people's opinions and things of that nature that were causing me to not be the best version of me. And I say this passionately because I know that many, many of you struggle with the same things, whether you realize it or not. So what is fear really anyway? What is it? So fear is a emotion that's a part of our DNA. It's very natural. I mean, if you think back, 100,000 years or whenever the woolly mammoths roamed the earth, we as humans needed to have fear to help us survive, right? To get away from those saber-toothed creatures that were always trying to eat us. But nowadays, we don't have a lot of saber-toothed creatures wandering the planet, but we still let fear direct our lives instead of using fear as we could, right? So yeah, I'm going to say that again. We let fear dictate how our lives are going to go instead of using fear as a useful tool to help us get what we want in life. That's right. Fear is not necessarily a bad thing. How we use fear in our lives is the bad thing, right? So, if I feel fear, I constantly do, when I push the button to go live, I got a little twinge of fear, like, oh my God, what if I screw up on live camera here, right? But when I feel fear now, that to me becomes a signal to act. It's saying, okay, this is something that's important to me. I'm going to go ahead and work through the fear, and I'm just going to do it. Right? So you got to feel the fear and then do it anyway. So think about this for a minute. Think about all the best things that have ever happened to you in your life. Um, maybe for you fellas, it was, when you got down on one knee and you proposed to your wife, or, some amazing events, all the best things that have ever happened to you guys, you had to work through some type of fear to get to it, didn't you? So, when you think of fear in that context, it's really more of a positive thing, isn't it? So my my message to you is this: every one of you has gifts that were given to you by our maker, and I feel it is your duty to share these gifts with the world while we're here. And don't let fear stand in your way of going out and sharing your gifts with the world. I hope this Motivation Monday message resonates with you. If you like the message, please like and share it with some friends that need to hear it. So listen, so why not create more happiness, abundance, and incredible experiences by going out and doing something this week that scares you a little bit? Because everything you want, ladies and gentlemen, is right there on the other side of fear. Thanks for listening to Motivation Monday. We will talk to you next Monday. Thank you for joining me today.